Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting. Welcome to another Patreon Appreciation Live Show. This is where I give back to all my subscribers on Patreon who support this channel, and I do that by doing some contests and some, I won't say giveaways, but we do some contests so to give back to everyone that supports the channel so I can keep putting out videos. But all right, let's catch up, see who's here really quickly. If I can remember how to operate this thing. It's been a week and my fragile mind has a hard time remembering how to do stuff a week later. All right, let's pop out chat. Set it to live chat. There we go. And I was very late having any coffee today. I just got some, so the brain is still working slow. There we go. All right. Yeah. Like I said, brain's not working all there, but yeah. We're going to be doing a Patreon giveaway or Patreon contest. The Patreon contest where we did the gold guessing. I didn't load up. I don't have it. It's in my laptop upstairs, the gold video that showed you what you were guessing, but you can see it briefly when we do the reveal. But we'll go through everything in a minute. Let me just say hi to everyone that's here. Stephen LeBlanc, how's it going? John Gear, Reglab, what's up, brother? How you been doing? Dorothy Richardson, Michael Reed, Kristen Reed, thank you both very much, and I hope you're having a wonderful New Year's as well. As well to everybody, I hope everyone's New Year's starting out good. Bush Wookie, what's up, brother? Charles King, yeah, getting new stuff. I was just before the live show looking on eBay about upgrading my laptop, so I was trying to look at some newer models, not new, but newer models than the current ones I'm using, trying to find a little bit better specs so they won't, be bogged down as much when I'm running all my stuff. But then I started dreading having to swap everything out and move everything. So Shane Berthero, how's it going? Mark Sheldon, how's it going? Sean McLeland, how are you? Casey String, Jason G. Hopefully everyone's doing good. James Stoddy, Bradley, how's it going? Miskimo, how's it going? Refotris, how's it going, Refotris? Are you back in town? Back off the beaches? Gold Putz, how's it going? Weezen Geezer. Dragos, thank you for being here. Being mod. Thank you all my mods, by the way. Richard Dow, Dorothy Richardson, how are you? Dave, those left behind. What? Hopefully that does well for you. All right, I'm kind of Grateful American, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Cockatoo, Birdman, Bill, Alan Curie, how's it going? Hopefully you're feeling better, Alan. Last week you were not doing well. Hopefully you're doing much better this week. Yeah, Jason, it either does that or because my live shows, you do have to be a subscriber, and sometimes YouTube will unsubscribe people. So you know how that goes. So what full, how's it going? Jason, how's it going? I was wondering about your dues, brother. I was like, don't make me ban this guy. But thank you very much, brother. I was looking at your site the other day. I was going to ask you a question, and then I got off because I keep your thing open in a tab for Circle, and I go look at the stuff, and there was something I wanted to ask you about. Now I can't remember. But I don't know. It wasn't that important. It was just something I was like, oh, I should ask him about that. But now I can't remember. It'll come to me eventually, then I'll send you a text. Jeff O'Reilly, how's it going? Midwest Gold Fever, thank you for joining the show. And Wes, thank you for joining the show. I think I said, but Zach Cashworth, how's it going? Jeff O'Reilly, Keith and Wynn Prospecting, how are y'all? Curtis, how's it going? Crash CS. Donna, how are you? Hopefully you're doing well as well. Back and forth between this and a friend's premiere. Oh, who's got a premiere going at the same time as my live show? I'll never understand. No. That sucks. That means I can't watch it. All right. I think I said hi to everybody. If I missed anyone, I apologize. But thank you all for being here. And again, most of you I know are Patreon members. So thank you all for being Patreon members. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for all your guesses with the gold guessing contest. I am going to keep the gold guessing contest around for a little bit longer. I have thought of some other ways around it. I've thought of some ways to beat Patreon at their, or circumnavigate Patreon's weird little rules. But I actually kind of am enjoying this, and I don't want to change stuff right away. I'm trying to work out a couple different things to do for Patreon first. So no rush. We'll keep doing the gold guessing for a little bit. I did redo the prize pool, the way it works. So in January's video, you might have seen, there's only going to be a first place for each tier, and then a lot of ones will be on the wheel, because then that just gives me more leverage for what's going out. Gerald Anderson, how's it going? Well, thank you very much. Must be very, very new. I don't think I've even seen you pop up in my feed on Patreon yet. But I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And thank everyone that's a Patreon member. I do appreciate everyone who's a Patreon member, because like I said, it does allow me to keep making videos every single month. Black Mass, what's up, brother? Gerald Anderson, Reg Lab, trying to make sure I don't miss anyone. PA Pickers, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. TM, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. So yeah, so this year I'm going to be doing a lot of different stuff this year than I've been doing probably the last 2 or 3 years. The last 2 or 3 years for YouTube, I've been focusing a lot on new sellers, doing Paydirt battles, doing premieres for new Paydirts. If an old seller came out with a new video bag of Paydirt, I was doing a premiere for it or a review for it, depending on how I got the Paydirt. If they sent it to me, it was a premiere. If I managed to get a secret shopper to buy it in time, I was doing a review on it. And then anytime a new seller came out, I was trying to run and grab a bag through a secret shopper and doing a review on it, doing Paydirt battles, things like that. And I still plan on doing those, but just with the price of gold going up and up and up, there's not as many people opening up Paydirt stores anymore. I haven't seen any. In fact, in the last 6 months, I don't think really anybody except for Gold Putz has opened up. And I will have a live show about him. I'm not doing a video on him, and you'll have to see during the live show the reason for it. But there's really just not as many opening up. If you look back 3 years ago, there was a new seller opening every 2 or 3 months. I could go and do a review on them. They'd probably close if they weren't, good, or they didn't have a great enough product, because it's a tough competition nowadays. But unfortunately, there's still a lot of bad sellers, And over the last 3 years, I haven't really focused on them too much, because the ROIs are so bad, it really hurts what I can give back to my Patreon members. So this year, though, I am going to try to focus not only on the bad sellers, but the really, really bad sellers. And in fact, I have a special series or a special couple of videos I plan on doing this year about some of the really bad sellers. Most notably Golden Paydirt, where I plan on doing something to try to, I don't want to say hurt their business, because I don't want to hurt anyone's business, but I want to make them a better seller. So that's what I'm going to try to do, is make bad sellers better sellers this year. But I also want to make sure I put out this year at least 12 videos. I plan on doing more, of some really bad sellers. I want to, because with gold prices as high as they are, unfortunately, I think bad Paydirt sellers are going to get a lot more business, because, if you go to Gold Nugget Sales, if you go to Vendetta, you go to Gold Baron Paydirt, or any of these, the average cost for a bag of Paydirt is probably in the $100 range. Even though they do have some cheaper bags now, they are still high-priced bags of Paydirt. Where the companies like Golden Paydirt and some of these other schmucks that are selling really, really bad Paydirts are in the $40 average. So unfortunately, when people say, oh, I want to buy a bag of Paydirt, they're going to lead towards those. So I want to put a review out on a lot of these sellers on my website. I have millerprospecting.com. I have the list of sellers to avoid. I want to review as many of those as possible. So if somebody buys a bag or they look at a bag, they can go and Google it and say, oh, who is this seller? And then they'll see my review and they probably, hopefully won't buy from them. So this year I plan on doing a lot more bad Paydirt sellers, but I will try to fit in any new sellers or any good bags. In fact, I think next Monday, I will have a new review on Gold Nugget Sales on one of his new bags of Paydirt coming out. And also my videos are now going to be coming out on Mondays. So Mondays will be the new release date for my videos, and then we'll do a Tuesday night live show the next day. So that should be it. That's about all the catching up you need to know about Miller prospecting for the new year. No worries, Reglap. I'll be waiting for it. Yeah, I mean, there's still slowly, Golden Paydirt definitely sucks. I think everybody knows that. But unfortunately, people that, once you buy Paydirt, like once you get involved in it and you've bought 3 or 4 bags of Paydirt, everyone knows Golden sucks. Some of these other companies suck, and they find good Paydirts. But unfortunately, the people who sell bad Paydirt tend to be the ones that advertise heavily. They're the most notable. If you'll Google stuff, they're the ones that will pop up first. So that's the information you're getting is the worst. It's the same thing as if you go on Facebook, 90% of the people that are posting stuff are reposting stuff that's fake news. It's not true. They just see it and they see it's been reposted 100 times. So they think, oh, if it's been reposted 100 times, it must be true. I won't do any research to find out if it's true. I'll just repost it and we'll just assume it's true. Well, that's the same way with gold Paydirt. The vast majority of the ones you will see online when you're searching for it are all the bad ones that just say they're great. So, PBR. So we're going to try to get rid of the bad sellers. I just want to make sure that, like I said, eventually I am going to retire from this. But I want not only Miller Prospecting to be around, but all the videos. I will never take down my videos. I will leave them on YouTube forever. And, these sellers will probably, Golden Paydirt is definitely going to probably outlast me selling Paydirt for me shooting videos. Even if I last another 10 years, I'm sure he will still continue selling Paydirt for another 20 years. But I want all these videos for all these bad sellers to be there. And the more they get watched over the years and years and years, the higher the chances that when somebody looks them up, they'll see that they're bad. So I go 12-12. Yeah, Golden Paydirt. Yeah, generally that's what they do is they, so if you go onto eBay or anything, and the problem is with cookies, so if you go on eBay and you Google search Paydirt, Golden Paydirt advertises there. So then what happens is those cookies feed into your computer. So you leave eBay, you don't buy anything. And then you say, well, let me just go and look on, Facebook for a while. The ad that's going to pop up, because your cookies have already told Facebook now, hey, he was looking at Paydirt and he looked at an ad for Golden Paydirt. That ad will pop up on Facebook now. And then you'll be like, oh, well, there's Golden Paydirt again. Let me click it. And then, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to write a really good description to trick people into buying from him. So you buy a bag, you get suckered in, and that's how it goes. So still remember my first bag of Paydirt, Kenai Gold. I used to like Kenai Gold. Yeah, not as good anymore. And his Paydirt is still good. His Paydirt is good. I think his prices are a little out of touch and his shipping is way out of touch. But I think it's one of those things where it's I don't want to do this anymore. So I'm going to just put outrageous prices. And if you buy something, I'll find the time to make you a bag of Paydirt. But I used to like Kenai. What time would your Tuesday show be on? The times are still going to be the same. So what's going to happen is I used to do all my videos would post on Saturdays, but I'm having a hard time getting my videos on Saturdays. My weekends have been really busy with my kids. So I just want to, and they're getting to that age where soon I won't have them around as much. So I want to spend as much time with them as possible. So right now what's going to happen is on Mondays, new videos will release on Monday at 6:00. And then my live shows will be on Tuesdays at 6:00. So nothing's changing time-wise. The only thing that's going to be different is now new videos will come out Monday. So that way, and also I can remember them a little bit better when we do a live show on Tuesday. So, Mark Sheldon retire. Well, I'm already technically retired, but just retiring from this. Eventually, if gold keeps going up and up and up, and if it does like Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales thinks and hits 20,000, there won't be Paydirt anymore. So, it'll be copper Paydirt. Modern Michigan Prospector, how's it going? Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was ripped off by Gold and Paydirt, but I didn't really regret buying them. I wasn't. Some people I can see regretting buying from Gold and Paydirt because they sink big bucks. I've had people email me and tell me they spent $400 or $500 on it chasing those dreams. Like I'm gonna win the $1 million or the $10 million nugget that's in here, the dinosaur nugget. So I can understand those. But I think I only bought like 2 or 3 bags. There's a lot of sellers that I spent a lot more money on after I learned, in fact. What's the big one? Randall Glenn. That will be my worst case. Randall Glenn, I think I was 6 years deep into doing reviews, and I bought a $100 bag from Randall Glenn and a $50 bag of Paydirt through Randall Glenn through Secret Shopper. So that means I spent probably $185, $190 getting $150 bags of Paydirt through a Secret Shopper. And I found 0 gold in both bags. They did offer to me to send me another bag with probably 0 gold in it, but I declined that because there was really no purpose in it. And that would be my worst, is $190 thrown down the drain. So, Randall Glenn, so. I bought $7,000 in 1 year of Paydirt. It's getting close to what you should have done. Shot a whole bunch of reviews. I started with Clash. I will say I've been keeping track of Clash. If anyone, most of you here are Patreon members, I do my daily ROI charts, and what I show you isn't my entire chart. So when I do the daily ROI chart, I have a master list, and then I have the list I post. The master list shows everybody that I have that I keep track of, and if they don't meet my criteria, so like if their ROI for a 1 gram bag is only 50%, my minimum is 80%. But they're still on the list. They just don't get moved over to the part that y'all see. And Clash is creeping up. I don't know if it's because his sales are dipping and he realized he needs to be more competitive to keep people coming back, because that is the one thing. If Gold and Paydirt, the reason he has to advertise is because most of his customers buy once, maybe twice, but eventually they figure it out. But with Clash, he doesn't want to advertise, and, he doesn't put out videos like he used to. He's not on a consistent track like he used to be. So he's not putting out a video every single month or every 2 weeks like he used to. So he's not advertising really for his Paydirt. So I've noticed, originally his 1 gram bag was right around 59% ROI. It was right around 60% ROI for his 1 gram bag of Paydirt. And recently it's been in the 70 something range. So his Paydirts are getting, with gold going up, he hasn't been pricing himself as high as he should be compared to when he first opened. So he's getting a little better. I would say he's a mid-tier Paydirt. He's not one that's going to get advertised, but he's not a ripoff anymore. So, because when he first opened, I was very critical, and I'm still very critical of some of his bags. I still think some of his bags are just purely ripoff scams. But the vast majority of his bags of Paydirt aren't as bad as they used to be. So, TM, yeah. That's probably 5 ounces. Zach, thank you for joining the show. JP Wands and more, thank you for joining the show. Mega Dog, thank you. And anyone, if I miss you, I apologize. When I start talking, I can't read, and the same thing. So, Jason, thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. So, but yeah, so this year I plan on doing not only the regular stuff that I've been doing, but I also want to make sure at least once a month I am going to highlight a really bad seller, and maybe more. Some of these sellers, like the ones on my do not buy from list, those are almost all one company. So if I can do a battle video with him, the 3 worst Paydirt, do not buy these 3 or something like that, then I can get, 2 or 3 bags in at a time. So Tomcat, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Gerald, I started with Clash, good start, and suggested to others, working my way through GNS, Felix, and others. Oh, I wouldn't do Felix. Felix is about 50. I think Felix, if you get a good bag, it's 55%. And for those prices, that's just horrible. You know, Felix could be a good company. It's one of those things too, is, you know, Felix has been around forever, and they've been around forever because they do. And that's, I think they're the ones that convinced Golden Paydirt to start doing those mega nuggets, because that's how Felix always worked is, you know, every time you'd buy a bag, you'd get an entry in this, you know, 2-ounce nugget that they said they would give away. And if you look at their website, they only have, and you can put this, let me say this right now. If I was selling Paydirt and I said, I'm going to give away an ounce of gold to a winner, you can put in your terms, I get a picture of you holding that nugget. That's the only way you get it. You know, you can put that in your terms. You know, a lot of companies do that. You know, in the old clearance house check things, they used to make you have to hold the check, clearinghouse $1 million check, to get the check. Otherwise, you didn't get the money. So people could do that. And I remember looking at Felix, and you'd see, like, you know, 1999, 1998. They had all these pictures of the guys holding up the big nuggets they won, the 4-ounce, 5-ounce nuggets. And then it stopped for like 5 or 6 years. And just, I think last year, they finally added a new pick, which makes you wonder, you know, it's, you know, were they really giving those away? And I just think that was the idea they gave, you know, Golden Paydirt, his idea to let me do this. Let me just start telling everybody they're going to get these giant nuggets, because there's no proof. You don't need any proof. I got the creek drop in. It's sitting over here on my table. Unfortunately, I'm not going to do a video on it till March. So it's going to be sitting around for a while, and I do apologize for that. You know, I try to get to videos as soon as I can, but unfortunately I have some equipment that I spent a lot of money on that I have to review before I do that. And I only do one video a week. This year I am going to go back to, I think, doing a video every single week. Last year I was doing one every 2 weeks. But this year I'm going to try to at most take 1 week off a month where I might not put a video out, but I'm going to still try to put a video in, but it might just be a short, no review video like these garbage Paydirts. The garbage Paydirts I'm not going to do full reviews on. I'm not going to do 15-minute videos. There will be no panning in it. It'll just be, here's the Paydirt, here's my results. It's not good. You know, there's no reason to me spending hours shooting a video just to talk about how bad of a Paydirt is when they sell 30 different companies worth. So, but I will get to it. I will get to the creek drop. You know, I like Clash. Yeah, I mean, I think he's doing much better. Like I said, I think, you know, I don't know why, you know, maybe YouTube revenue has dropped off. I do see that Bitcoin has been going down more than it's going up. So, you know, his $1 million worth of Bitcoin is going down. But his Paydirt isn't as horrible as it used to be. So, Donna, thank you very much, Donna. Not too. I'm a Gold Bay guy. Flower Gold Wizards. Flower Gold Wizards is good. Gene Does Things, thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. David Dandaran, thank you. Chris W. Anyone else? Digging in Florida, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Oh, here, by the way, let me post, before you go cook dinner, make sure everyone you drop into the hidden link, I'm going to pin it so the mods don't have to. So go to the top of live chat. There is a message that says win a chance to spin the wheel and win one of 25 prizes. And then there's a link. Go to that link and then sign, leave a comment so you can get entered in the Wheel of Treasures tonight. So just by being here, there's in the Wheel of Treasures, there is a bag of Paydirt on the Wheel of Treasures, so you can win a bag of Paydirt or you can win a copper round. It's just what the luck decides. So let me see. Yeah, make sure that was the right link. That was the right link. So, but without any further ado, we're going to start giving away some prizes. I buy from Gold Baron the most. Yeah, Gold Baron is good. If Bitcoin goes down, you should be buying. I can't afford Bitcoin. Bitcoin needs to do, I will say, Bitcoin needs to do what stocks do. Like if you, back in the day, stocks don't do it as much anymore, but back in the day when a stock would get so high that people would stop buying it, they would split so they could lower their price. Bitcoin needs to do that. They need to do some type of splitting or something like that, because when you tell somebody, you know, one Bitcoin costs $90,000. Nobody wants to buy one. Then when they tell you, oh, you can still buy one, you can spend $20 and get 0.00000000000000001 bitcoins. You just think, well, that's never going to be worth anything. It doesn't matter. Like in your head, people cannot do the math. When you tell someone 1/1000 or 1/1,000,000th of a Bitcoin make be worth something if one day if Bitcoin goes up to $10 trillion, it would still be worth something, but they just can't. You cannot calculate that in your head. They need to get it back down so they can split. They need to quad split it or something. So everyone who has Bitcoin just gets 4 times as much, and then lower the price back down to, 5,000. So then people can say, oh yeah, it's around the price of gold. So, but then again, I don't buy crypto. I bought some last year and then it all went wonk. So I gave up on it. Yeah, if you would have gotten into Bitcoin when it was low, like I remember, like there was a lot of companies, like I remember back in the day, like I remember when Twitter was looking for looking for people to invest, and they were looking for people to invest like $500 back in the day, just to get off the ground. That would be a millionaire now. And I remember when Bitcoin was, $1,000. It was just such a hassle to buy back then that most people didn't buy it. And then when it was 10 grand, it was more feasible for the average Joe to buy. And I wish I would have bought, a tenth of one then, but now it's just too high. The Florida gold Paydirt. That's where all the good Paydirt comes from, is Florida. So, we like posting it and get something to do. Well, now you can just read. Beermans, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. And again, I hope everyone has a great year this year. Hopefully everyone finds a lot more gold. If you're out there prospecting or if you're just hunting for gold and bags of Paydirt through mailbox mining, I hope everyone finds a lot more gold. Gold is going up. Gold is going to continue going up. It doesn't matter what anyone says or does. Gold is going to continue going up. Silver might crash. I'm not sold on silver in this $80 price. I'm not sold on it yet. I think the Hunt brothers ruined silver for life with that scheme they did. So gold, though, is going to keep going up. So, the more you find, the better. If you're not a Patreon member, think about joining my Patreon page. I do a daily ROI chart every single day to help you find the best bags of Paydirt there are. Mike isn't in here. I didn't see Mike from Gold Nugget Sales, but in case you didn't know, today his ROIs on his 105% bags of Paydirt were actually 109 and 110 because his automated system isn't fast enough to keep up with the pricing. So, little tips like that, things like that I find every once in a while help you find more gold and, make more money. Andrew, thank you very much. What's the oldest bag of Paydirt you have on the wall in the back? It'd probably be the Lynch Mining. I think Lynch Mining is still the oldest. Most of these aren't too old. They're mostly newer sellers I try to keep. But yeah, the Lynch Minings are probably the oldest ones. I'm still looking for, if anyone happens to have one, a Eureka Joe's bag of Paydirt. If it's open, I guess I'll want it. I probably just won't give you anything for it. I'll just, thank you very much for it. But if anyone has an unopened bag of Eureka Joe's, I'd love it. I'll trade you something for it. Another bag of Paydirt. You just tell me the price. But looking for a Eureka Joe's bag of Paydirt. I know they're pretty rare to find, but I'm sure somebody has one on their shelf somewhere, and I'm going to keep talking about it all the time. So, Real Mr. Hogan, how's it going? But all right, let's start going through because we got to read off a lot of names. And this is going to be a shorter show because my son's coming over in a little bit. But let's see. Let's add the names up to the show so we can show everyone's guesses, how bad they do, how bad some of these guesses are, how good some of these guesses are. Well, here we go. That is, let's see. Yeah, so here's a $25 list. We have Alan Curie at 3.75, Gregory Littleton 6.78, James Staudy 4.32, Brian DeQuinn 3.91, Jacob E23 4.52, Cockatoo Birdman Bill 4.49, Dan PA Patriot 4.22, Stephen Curry 1.57, Joel Jeffrey 3.12, Jake Neop 4.86, Mike Reed 5.07, Richard Davis 5.22, Casey String at even 5, Mark Sheldon 4.72, HD Shovelhead 3.33, Donna, 4.14. Scott LeMay, 3.97. Josh Wierserman, 4.2. Whiskey Lover, 4.83. Wrench Repairs coming in at 8.75. David Stocks, 4.78. Dave, Those Left Behind, 4.37. Keith and Wynn, 4. Josh Ortiz, 3.5. Teo, Not to Be Outdone by Wrench, 9.10. Scott Chavaria, 4.7. And Weezen Geezer TV, 4.6. So those are all the guesses. Now, the first place prize. And the prize is for the $25, $79 tier, which I just read out. First place is a 1.5 gram of Miller Prospecting Krampus Paydirt. That's this, the Krampus Paydirt. This should be a little bit more difficult. It's nothing but fine gold. So, second place, a half gram bag of Paydirt. So, and then again, I have multiple prizes this month. Since this is December's Patreon giveaway or Patreon contest and thing like that, this is December's Patreon Appreciation Live show. I don't do December giveaways anymore, really, so this is it. We're going to have 10 prizes to give away at the end of this, so if your guess is horrible, if anything else, I've got 10 prizes to make up to kind of be a very late Christmas. So don't worry if your guess isn't that great. We'll hop on there, so... Imagination to Form, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, I was looking at Emily Rydell's doing a little better with her Paydirt, too. She's kind of like Klesh. I don't know if each one's looking at the other, but their Paydirts are about the same, where they're, not top-tier Paydirts, but they're mid-range where they're not horrible. If you buy one, you won't be disappointed, but you'll later find out you could have got better, so. No. So, all right. So that was all the $25 tier guesses. Now we need to do the $10 tier guesses. I know how to do this. Doing these things only once a month. My brain can't remember how to do things. So, all right. Here's the $10 guesses. We have Robert Caldwell at 3.43, Neanderthal Prospector at 3.76, 308 Prospecting, 278, Richard Dow, 4.25, Alejandro Urias, 3.22, Joe and Denise Richard, 5.25, Reg Lab, 4.34, Knights 880, 3.61, Dorothy Richardson, who I butchered your name up there, I apologize, 3.85. Sean McClellan, 4.20. Package total, 2.51. And in the future, package total, I didn't see you in chat. It might be lurking. If you're ever guessing, I know I say in the rules that you're not allowed to edit your things or make second guesses or it disqualifies you. I know sometimes people do typos and stuff like that. If you do a typo, just put a reply on it and tell me what you meant to do. Because then I can timestamp them and I can go back through the timestamps and see, hey, he guessed what did he guess? 2.51, and if you say you meant to write 4.51, just type it right after. Don't change it. Don't edit it. Just put a reply and say, oh, I meant to say 4.51. And when I'm doing these spreadsheets, I'll do it. But if you don't tell me, I can't change it. Stephen LeBlanc, 3.91. Jeff Jones, 5.75. Brian Carson, 6.22. Brad Thompson, 4. Jason Gastoni, 8.20. And Wesley Hatfull, 6.25. Catch up on chat really quickly. Ghostman, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. David Stocks, how's it going? Oh, all right, Dan. Well, hopefully you're doing good. Always feel free to message me on Facebook when you have time and stuff. Got your Krampus back. Yeah, all Patreon Paydirts, by the way. I'm going this year. My New Year's resolution is do a little bit better with all my communication skills. All Patreon Paydirt, if you're a $79 tier member, your Paydirt went out a few days ago, so you should all be getting it today or yesterday or tomorrow. So everyone should be getting those. 4.51, that's your guess. Well, you'll find out in a minute how you did. All right, so now we're going to do the $5 tier. Go through all those guesses. So we have David Danderin at 4.6, Clarence Bierman 6.6, 6.73, Jesse Eads 8.34, J-Dog 5.55, Chris W, 6.11. Daniel Lewis, 3.05. Rich Peterson, 3.69. Mega Silver Stacker, 5. Bush Wookie, prettiest man in my chat, 6.70. John Tom, 3.47. Matt Philly, 3.42. Kristen Reed, 4.68. Kyle Gibson, 7.66. Josh Kaufman, 7.21. Zach Ashford, 6.84. Out of Print Games and Hobby, 4.81. Blake Tolson, 4.72. Refotris, 6.42. Julie Hansen, 5.75. John Miller, he should win just for having the best last name, 4.50. John Myers, 5.26. Charles King, 4.89. Midwest Gold Fever, 5.34. Eric H, 5.09. Jeffrey Button, 4.48, and Jeff Bosch, 5.17. But before we go any further, I do need to say, so we'll go through the prizes again. So $25, $79 tier, have 2 prizes. First place, 1.5 gram bag of Paydirt. Second place, a half gram bag of Miller Prospecting Krampus Paydirt. For the $10 tier, we have a 0.75 gram bag, Krampus Paydirt. And for the $5 tier, we have a 0.25 gram bag of Paydirt. So 4 bags of Paydirt for all those guesses, and then we're going to do the free tier. The free tier, all you're winning is a Miller Prospecting gold-plated dime, but still can win something, and it is a little bit of gold. Really, really small amount of gold, and it is a dime. So it's worth at least a dime. All right. For my free tier members, we have Curtis, 2.46, Steven Stark, 3.45, Barebone Country, 4.56. Richard Comerford, 5.12. John Ehrman, 2.22. Shane Prothero, 5.83. Heath Naley, 6.17. Charity McKay, 7.15. Lori King, not to be outdone by anyone, 25.9. Sean Adams, 7.07. Casey Slecko, 2.15. Zoltan, 3.75. Dina Littlehale, 4. John R. Prospecting at 5.27. And Gerald Anderson at 5.15. So there we go. There we have all the tiers. Everyone has guessed. We'll post back up the 25 because that's what we're going to start over with is the $25 tier. And now, let me keep up on chat. Check up on chat. Have some coffee to get my brain working. Got it today? All right. I guess 42 ounces. I'll take a dime. Oh, that's good. If it's just phrase, that's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. As long as there's no tears. Yeah, because if you tear it, that's once they can't fix it. Well, they can fix it, but then that means surgery. But yeah, if it's just stuff that they hope will heal up on its own, just with, they'll tell you sling. They'll put you in a sling for a very long time and tell you just not to use it much. But that's good news. Gold class ring. Yeah, well, they don't even make gold class rings anymore. Nowadays, when they do class rings, now they're all plated. They still charge you like $300 or $400, but now they're just plated. Yeah, I definitely need more coffee. Tuesdays is always my rough day because I always want to take a nap, but I can't because, I got my Tuesday stuff to get through and I can't have my coffee. I don't get my morning coffee, so my brain just doesn't function all day. And then it gets to now and it's just starting to function and it'll 100% my brain will be working perfectly after the live show. So, and again, make sure if you're in the live chat, make sure you go. It is pinned at the top, but some of my mods are going to be dropping that hidden link. Make sure you go and leave a comment on the hidden video that Nightbot is posting because you can still win a prize just by being here, even if you're not a Patreon member or if your guess is horrible and if you don't get into the second chance. So, but all right, let's post the video of the gold wing. I don't even remember how much it weighs. I got to look at the sheets. What is it? All right, so now I know. But all right, let's weigh it up. There we go. So there you go. The total final weight for all that gold was 4.81 grams. So if you remember what your guess is on what you did, 4.8 grams was the total weight for all that shiny was. So for the $25 tier, That one, $25 tier, I think y'all were the closest just generally as a group because I kept thinking I had a winner. I thought Jake Nup had won it right off the bat. But later on, Whiskey Lover came in at 4.83. So Whiskey Lover, he's not here. He's probably on Whatnot doing some stuff. But let me write on his bag. This is Whiskey Lover's bag of Paydirt. Whiskey Lover won this bag. He came in first place. And then in second place, who is in here, is David Stocks. So David Stocks with 4.78 came in. Congratulations to you two. But again, don't forget, even if your guess was horrible, if you didn't guess right, or if you were just super, super close, like Jake Nip, to get in here, I still have my consolation prizes. There's 10 prizes to be given away, 5 more bags of Paydirt, a 3.6 gram nugget. I still have this big old hunker gold nugget to give away. I'll take it out of its case in a minute and show everybody. So there's still that to be given away, and everybody is entered into that. Even the people who guessed right and won. Everybody's name is in this, so that's one of Patreon's rules. Unless you're going to give it away to everyone who's a member, you can't do it. And I'm giving it away to everybody, so everyone is going to be entered to win this, as well as the first and second Miller Prospecting silver bars, 1 ounce silver bars. What are these, like $80 now? And it's hand poured, so it's a $100 bar of silver. So, all right, let's do the review sheet. Now we'll tell you the winners for the $10 tier. Who's going to get that 0.75 gram bag of Paydirt? And who was it? Who was first place? I'm trying to double check everything as I go through. Make sure I'm right. But yeah, Joe and Denise Richard at 5.25. So they won the $10 bag. This one right here. So Joe and Denise. And if you're not here or you don't watch this, don't worry. I will email all the winners on Patreon to let them know they won. And again, though, don't worry. We still have a consolation wheel with 10 prizes on it. So you still get a chance to win. Don't get in a huff. Don't get mad. Ah, Whiskey Lover's here. He is here. He's like, yay. I love silver too. So yeah, 4.51 would have gotten you. It wouldn't have got you the win, but it was close. There was a lot of people that were way off, 25 grams. So, you know. All right, so what are we doing? We're doing the $5 tier now. And this is for a 0.25 gram bag of Paydirt. And who was the winner with this one? Let me just double check. Oh yeah, that was Out of Print Games and Hobby. He nailed it at 4.81. He nailed it on the spot. So he was the #1 guesser for the month. I might have to do something in the future where I have a bonus prize if somebody guesses something exactly on the spot. You know, we'll have to figure it out. We'll have to see. And now let's do the free tier. So if you're a Patreon member, but you don't actually join, you just want to check it out and be a free tier member and guess, we'll go with that. Now this one, everyone was way off, like way off. But Bear Country won it. Where's the dime? I have it over here. Bear Country won this. Now, unfortunately, Patreon does not let you put in an address or any information when you join as a free member. So I will have to email you to tell you to collect this. But Bear Country won that. So there we go for all the prizes that were with the guessing. So I appreciate everyone who guessed. But some of you won, some of you didn't. But there is the consolation prize. So don't worry, we're going to just do that. That will be random. Let me open up chat and we'll go do that in a second. And Tomcat, no. So for right now, I'm still waiting. I am still waiting for Medicaid to decide, because it's all based on Medicaid if they're going to count that as income or not. So if they count it as income, I'll have to get rid of it. But so for right now, until I hear from them, it's the new year. I'm sure they're going to wait a month or something and then surprise me with it. So it's on hold. I'm going to keep the $79 tier as long as possible. I might have to, worst comes to worst, I will probably maybe cut it off, like if not cut it off, but make it a secret tier. So where like right now anyone can join and still join the $79 tier, but if Medicaid tells me that the income is bad and I don't want to like cut people off, so I might just cut it down to 0 members, and then that way once somebody leaves they couldn't join again, and it would just eventually dwindle down. But the people that want to stay in there could stay in there. So we'll have to see. You were so off. Yeah, there were some people that were really, really off on this guess. And I know with pouring the Paydirt, it's a lot harder. You can't like guess the size and see it next to it and look at pictures of other nuggets next to a silver, dime or anything like that. So, but don't worry, we still have the wheel. So we're actually going to shrink down the ugly mug, go to the wheel. Let me make sure I have that. Make sure it is up there. So there we go. Which one is it? So now, I did have a snafu. I will tell everyone that one of the things is, we'll show off the prizes before I shrink down the ugly mug, is that when I posted, I didn't recheck the video, but I might have actually made the flub in the video too, and that's why I wrote it down wrong on the Patreon post, is the 10 prizes that we're doing for a consolation prize for the December month are supposed to be a 3.6 gram. Here, we'll open this up and show you. Hopefully I won't drop it and break it or anything, but this is the 3.6 gram quartz and gold nugget. This is first place. There's gold on both sides. There's gold all throughout it. This is going to be the first prize. So we have that for first place. It barely even fits in this holder. The glass is probably going to break. I have a different holder somewhere, I think. I'm going to have to find for it. So I'll put it in something else before I send it. We have 2 Miller Prospecting silver bars up there. Those are number 1 and 2. They're labeled 1 and 2. These are the only 2 that are ever going to be made with a serial number on them in that size. I might do it in the future at a different size, but these will be the only 2. I do have more of these made for my kids, but they're just not numbered. So these are the only 2 that I ever had numbered. And then we have a 1/2 ounce from Cajun Bullion, who's the person that made those 1 ounces. Then we have 5 bags of Krampus Paydirt. These only have 0.1 gram of gold in them, but there's 5 of those up on the wheel. Then lastly, from Dave from Those Left Behind, I also have some gold Telluride. That was supposed to be the prize. But the flub was, in the post on Patreon, I said there was going to be 6 bags of Krampus Paydirt. But I don't have any more material, and I'm not making a 6th bag. So it was supposed to be this. I guess I copied and pasted wrong or wasn't paying attention, so somebody's going to win this instead of a 1/10 of a gram of gold. So I think the gold Telluride's a little bit cooler maybe. So it's up to you. If you complain, you can complain. But that's going to be it. Those are the 10 prizes you're going to win. So what we're going to do, I'll just show you what we're going to do. Let me catch up on chat really quickly. You know that's not true, brother. You know 100% I would honor your change as long as the change was the exact same number you'd guessed before. Yeah, they're ever since COVID, they've gone like full bullets on, cutting people. So, and just the swing for me is so huge. If they cut me, it goes from having to all of a sudden pay $300 for insurance. My insurance becomes crappy insurance. And then, I have to start paying in medical, and I have to start paying for my prescriptions and things like that. That it's essentially, $800 swing or $700 swing by the time it's done. So I kind of have to keep medicated. That's what they kind of do. So, I mean, I appreciate it, that they have that. So, but, if I got to jump through some loops, I'll have to jump through some loops. It's just part of what you do. So, I am Zaxxon. What's up, brother? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. And again, for everyone that's late, like I am Zaxxon, Deep North Adventures, how's it going? Make sure there's a pinned comment at the very top. Make sure you go there and leave a comment. And we're going to be spinning the wheel, giving someone a prize later. And there is a bag of Paydirt on there. But let's shrink down my ugly mug and show off the wheels and what you can win. And we'll pick some more winners. Let's see. There we go. So, best website, Miller Prospecting. And again, like I said, this year I'm going to try to focus on this, sellers to avoid. There's a lot of them on there. I want to start to review some of these sellers. I've been avoiding it because it's a huge just loss of money. But that's one of the reasons why I have Patreon is, you know, people can support me. I can get these really bad bags of Paydirt and get them off. I'm going to try to focus on ones I can find that are being advertised. If they're not being advertised, it'll be a lot harder to find them. I also go base it off of what they list at. Like if you Google Paydirt, you know, I want to see the ones that'll pop up first. So if like, you know, Klondike Gold Paydirt shows up on the search results farther, I'll review it sooner. But I want to do a lot of those first. But now let's get to the wheel names. And here is the wheel names with everybody. All my Patreon members are all on this list. Everyone's on there. If you say you're not on there, I assure you your name's on there if you're a Patreon member. So your name's on there. Patreon member. Everyone's name is on there. I will spin the wheel. And when I pull your name, we will then go to the wheel of prizes. And here are all the prizes. Once I pull a name, I will spin the wheel, and that's what prize they will get. So you could be random. It could be the first person who wins the 3.6 gram specimen golden quartz nugget, or it could be the last person that wins. We'll just have to see. But that's what we're going to start doing. We're going to pull 10 names. I'm going to write down all the winners. I have my paper and my pen here so I can do that. But good luck to everyone. Now, again, thank you to all my Patreon members. I couldn't do this without y'all putting out these videos, buying these bags of Paydirt, especially when I do these loser bags of Paydirt I'm going to be doing this year. The ROI on them is just horrible, you know. And again, if anyone ever finds a Paydirt, a new Paydirt, an old Paydirt that's kind of fallen in the leeway that no one knows about, or just anything, always feel free to email me it, tell me about it. Or if you have a suggestion and you're a Patreon member, you just send me a message on there and say, hey, you haven't done this in a while. Here would be a good battle, things like that. I am always open ears for videos. A lot of the ones on my list are people that have sent me stuff. A lot of the new sellers I find because people tell me about them. So, but all right, good luck to everyone. This is all my members. This is all the people. It doesn't matter if you won or you lost, if you guessed right or you didn't guess. As long as you're a Patreon member, your name is on this list if you're a Patreon member in December. So we're going to just start spinning the wheel. Well, now I got to check something. Let me see. But there we go. So we're going to shuffle it, but we're going to catch up. So we're shuffled a couple times, catch up on chat. Oh, I am Zaxxon. Yeah, my meds aren't too expensive, so, but it's just, you know, spending $50 a month is just $50 I'd rather spend on food, especially with food prices. But there we go. We're going to shuffle it. Again, we'll pull one name, we'll remove that name, and we'll pick their prize, see what they won. So who's it going to be? Matt Philly. Is it Matt Philly? So Matt Philly, congratulations. Now let's see what prize you won. We're going to shuffle it up. And there we go. So Matt Philly, what prize are you winning? And thank you for being a Patreon member. Oh, he's coming out the bat. He's getting the Cajun Bullion. So close. We will remove that one. And we'll go back here. And we'll remove Matt Philly's name. We'll shuffle it up. Spin the wheel. Mega Silver Stacker. Congratulations. Shuffle it up. See what you win. Now, if anyone's noticed, for this month, for January's tier rewards, we're doing a lot more wheel spins. So you're getting... Mega Silver Stacker is getting the gold Telluride. So you can stack that right next to all the silver. We'll remove this prize. So the odds are just getting better that somebody's gonna win the big old nugget. Was it Justin or Just Be Cool? Just Be Cool. Congratulations. We'll shuffle this up, do one more pull, then I'll catch up on chat. And chat has been quiet, so. So Just Be Cool. Want a bag of Krampus Paydirt. I'm just going to remove one of these. Hopefully it just removes one. All right, there we go. Now we'll remove Just Be Cool. Shuffle it up. Get some more coffee. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Brad? Is it Brad or Scott? Scott Chavaria. Scott Chavaria, congratulations. What's the prize? Somebody's got to win this big old hunker of a nugget. Is this going to be it? Or is it silver? He's going to win the silver. I got this silver too. When I think I had that silver made, it was, I think, like $40 an ounce. Now it's 80. This stuff's doubled in price and I'm giving it away. That wasn't very smart. That's what happens when you drop out of high school, people. You're supposed to give it away when it drops in price and isn't worth anything anymore. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Good luck, everybody. John Myers, is it going? You know, not too late. And PA Patriot, did he just say he was leaving it? Give it to PA. There you go. So PA Patriot, let's see what you win, brother. Still that nugget up there. Still some silver. Still some silver up there. Still could win that silver bar, the Miller Prospecting Silver, the big nugget. Which one's it going to be, PA? Which one is it going to be? Is it going to make it? It made it. PA Patriot getting the other silver bar. Congratulations, brother. So we'll remove that one. So all that's left is a Krampus Paydirt and the big nugget. Remove PA from here. See, you said I wasn't going to fix things about your guess. See, brother, we rigged it. Now let's shuffle it up some more. God, spinning and spin and spin. Is it going to be Joel or Justin? Is this Justin again? Or oh, man, it just does not like Justin. This is twice it's skimped by, but Joel Jeffrey. What's he going to win, Joel? Oh, Justin. It's brutal for Justin today. Joel winning a bag of Krampus. We'll remove that. Nobody's winning this nugget yet. We'll remove your name off of here. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Silver is paying 130 ounce. Yeah. Well, now y'all know where to send it. You win it. That's it. Stay in school. I tell my kids, get the education. Get the education. It will not hurt you in the end. You know, nobody's ever complained. I mean, they'll complain about spending money on colleges, but I think that's fool's journey of spending millions of dollars at a college. But, you know, getting a good education. Taking myself off and going, oh, there you go, brother. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. All right, let's spin the wheel some more. Let's shuffle it up. Still got a couple more prizes. Still got that nugget to give away. I tried to rig it for you, PA. I really did, but you got the silver instead. Is this going to be Alan? Alan? Oh, it's Kristen Reed. Kristen Reed, congratulations. So let's spin this wheel. I know Kristen and Mike were here, two of my longtime supporters, MCD Prospecting. Paydirt, another Kristen. I mean, it's not a bad prize, but I want to see who gets this nugget. All right, still not that one. Down to 3 prizes. Lots of names still. Everyone still has a chance. Who's it going to be? Charles King. Is it Charles King? Congratulations, Charles. Now let's see the prizes. Shuffle them up. Come on, come on, come on. Something good, something good. Is this going to be it? Is Charles going to win it? No, Charles. Charles King. Another bag of Paydirt. Moves. There we go. We got a 50-50 shot. Whoever I pull next, you have a 50-50 shot of winning a 3.6 gram nugget. Golden quartz nugget. The Christmas contest. Is it Neanderthal? David Edgar. David Edgar. Wow, that was close. I thought for sure it switched over. So David Edgar, 50-50 shot. 50-50 shot. It just doesn't even matter. 50-50. David Edgar, what are you going to win? Longtime Patreon member. He's winning it. David Edgar, congratulations. So there we go. One more name to pull. I don't even know. Have to spin the wheel anymore. We can close it out. But the wheel names, congratulations to David. There we go. Last spin on the wheel is winning a 0.1 gram bag of Miller Prospecting Krampus Paydirt. This little buddy right here. And is this Josh? Josh Ortiz, one of my mods. Congratulations, Josh. So there we go. We can close up a whole bunch of stuff now. So there we go. There we go. Now let me show off, while we're still here, let me show off all the prizes for tonight for just guessing in that hidden comment. Go to the top of chat. Still being here. Just by coming to the live show, you can still win some stuff and win some Paydirt. Prize, 0.25 gram gold nugget sales Paydirt. I have a bag of that. I have, I think, 9 1-ounce copper rounds or sticker pack, your choice. 2 silver quarters, 90%ers, random years, 2 silver dimes, random years, a silver 10% silver Mexican coin. These are older coins. It's a vintage coin. A little Paydirt, where is that at? It's a little skull Paydirt. This was donated by Dave from Those Left Behind. That one right there. It's got 0.144 grams of Paydirt in it. Mini keychain Paydirt. I have that somewhere too. That's this. This is from Lucky Lodo. Got some other stuff on there. A small little rock. It's a MBMMLC shard. A Kazakhstan copper. A random gold back. Alan Curie donated that. NGC French franc. A signed gold pan by Miller Prospecting himself. I have some keychains. Miller Prospecting keychain and a little skull keychain. What else? The PCGS presidential dollar. That's this right here. Random one. I don't know. Which one is this one? This is Thomas Jefferson 2007D. So 2007D PCGS MS65. So little PCGS to add to a stack. We have the weird gold copper thing. This thing. I want somebody to win this so bad. I got this off of Whatnot from Mike from Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales or Gold Sal. I have no idea what it is. I paid way too much money for it, and I just want to get rid of it so I don't look at it all the time. I think that was everything. So those are all the prizes, but we got to do the comment first. But let me go. Make everyone look at me full size for a minute. We'll chat. Then we'll do this. Let me catch up on. Bushwookie. So, but yeah, first off, thank you to all my Patreon members. Again, the new Patreon contest is up. You can go to Patreon and place your guesses. We have the new one up there. The new prizes are up as well. There is only a first place for the $25.79 tier, a first place for the $10 tier, and a first place for the $5 tier. We're only doing first places, and all the other places will be random wins on the Wheel of Treasures. So, and then of course, everyone will get entered in the Wheel of Treasures for one last consolation. There we go. I'm trying to close everything up because my computer's freaking out, which is why I was looking at a new one. So, but yeah, and then even if you totally suck, again, we have a consolation. I want to make sure everyone has a chance to win a prize at the very end of all my months, just in case. You know, not everyone can guess. Some people forget to guess. Some people don't want to guess, but I want to make sure everyone has a chance to win a prize. So I need a win. Yeah. Mohawkite? Here, I'm going to look it up right now. Here, I'll add it. Oh, that's real. I will look at that in a minute. We'll look that up. I'll look that up after the show. No, but thank you for that. I know, what is it? There's some like fake type gold that they have in India. It's essentially a ton of copper and a little bit of gold. So, but that's interesting. I'll have to look up that some more. Real Mr. Hogan, thank you very much. So, but now, again, everyone has a few seconds. Make sure you go to the pinned comment at the top. And it says to win a chance to spin the wheel and win one of 25 prizes. We're going to be doing that one next, just to thank everyone who puts up with my ugly mug during the show. I'm going to go check, make sure everyone's comments are going through. It looks like they are. Yeah, everyone's comments are going through. So there we go. We can get rid of this. We can get rid of that. So there we go. So we're going to do that. Now, again, before we go and pull the last prizes, we'll have everyone's attention. Again, all new videos will be coming out on Mondays at 6 p.m. instead of Saturdays. I just moved it to Mondays. A lot more people will be home, more chances to watch them. I don't know if I'm going to do them as premieres. I probably won't do them as premieres. I'll probably just drop as videos on Mondays. And then Tuesdays, we'll still be doing the live shows. Both will be at 6 p.m. It just gives me a solid 5 days in between videos to shoot videos, edit videos, and post videos. And then those 2 days I can focus on getting them up and doing them in the live show. So, but all new videos will be starting this year on Mondays. We'll have a new video coming out next Monday. I will just tell you, it's Gold Nugget Sales 2026, 105% ROI. But I will tell you, I'm in there because he had those 2 bonus bags. And I'm pretty sure I got in there for those bonus bags before they were all found. So I might have the bonus bags. And I've got 2 bags I will be reviewing next Monday. And then next Tuesday, I will be panning out 2 bags as well to try to win that bonus. A lot of money was spent to try and win those bonuses, at Gutter Gold bonuses from Mike over at Whatnot, or Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales and Whatnot is Gold Sal. So we'll be doing that next Monday and Tuesday. And then for the rest of the year, I do have some equipment reviews coming out, some big equipment reviews coming out. I've also got a few DIY projects I want to put out there for ways to capture gold. Got some new Paydirt videos coming out as well. And also, like I said earlier in the video, I do want to start focusing on a lot of the bad sellers. With gold getting so priced high, people are going to start going towards, you know, when gold is at $4,500 and ads saying, hey, if you buy this $50 bag of Paydirt, you might win a 2-ounce nugget, is going to convince a lot of people to spend $50 and get ripped off. So I want to make sure this year I focus a lot on, showing that they're not good sellers. So, and then I'm also going to try to change some of the bad sellers and make them good sellers or not as bad sellers. And that's kind of a secret project I've been working on. I can't tell you more about it until the videos come out. And they won't be until later in the year because they're very detailed videos. But there we go. Now we can shrink down the ugly mug and see who wins. And I need some coffee. All right, shrink down ugly mug time. Everyone can cheer. If I can figure out what I'm doing. Here we go. All right, best website in the interweb, Miller Prospecting. Again, always check me out at millerprospecting.com for my top 10 recommended sellers. I do move them around. I do remove sellers and add sellers. I just recently added Northern Nevada Gold. He's my new number 5. Gold Baron Paydirt moved up a little bit. Brian Thomas, Gold Bay, Flash in the Pan, Bear Prospecting, Brad's Bucket. Generally, the ones that are good, that are lower, is because they run out of stock a lot. So I have removed Yukon Alley from the list and Color Prospecting because they just haven't had Paydirt all year. So, but all right, here we go. We're going to pick a name. Once we pick the name, we will go to the Wheel of Treasures and pick out a wheel. So, but as always, YouTube and its affiliates have nothing to do with this giveaway. This is 100% by me just to give back to the channel. And then lastly, if I pull your name, you must post something in the live chat before we pull your prize. So you will have a minute or two to say, I am here in the live chat, and then we'll pull your prize, and then you'll have to email me at millerprospecting.com, Dylan@millerprospecting.com, so I can send you your prize. You have to send me your address. So, but all right, let's fetch this, including replies. 63 comments. Good luck to everyone. Thank you all for being here during the live show, all 63 of you, and leaving a comment. I really do appreciate it. But here we go. Pick a winner. Mega Silver Stacker coming in for the double win tonight. So there you go, Mega Silver Stacker. I just need you to post something in the live chat so you can win your second prize for the night. So 4:30. Oh, brother, I can't do that. Like, I can't. If I have the earliest I ever wake up for like things like that is when I've had my surgeries, or when I've had to fly out. So, and then I just don't do that. I just stay awake the whole time. So we just need Mega Silver Stacker to, this is his opportunity. He needs to post something in the live chat. So we're going to wait for him for a second, and then we'll see what prize he wins. I don't even know. Is he pinnable? Well, he shows he's still here. He's gone? Oh, no. Hopefully he's not gone. Oh. Yeah, see, he's back. He's back. He was listening. He was just lurking. It showed him on the participant. So congratulations, Mega Silver Stacker, for the double win for the night. You got the gold Telluride. 100% rigged. 100% rigged. If I was going to rig it for anybody, I'm going to rig it for my vice president, PA Paydirt, brothers. Y'all should know that by now. But all right, let's shuffle it up. See what you won, brother. Here we go. We got some silver on there. You're a Mega Silver Stacker. Let's see if you win some silver or a bag of Paydirt. Is it going to be a silver quarter or is that a silver dime? I can't even tell. Silver dime. So there you go, Mega Silver Stacker. You want a silver dime? I'll add that with your Telluride. But congratulations, brother. We're going to remove that one. We'll go back to the best website on the interweb. And then because of Mega Silver Stacker, you all have to look at my ugly mug in full size. Luckily, it's not 4K because YouTube doesn't like me enough to give me 4K. Watching a main scrapping for copper. Yeah, there used to be. You're going to see a lot more of that. You're going to see, like on YouTube, a lot of things that have kind of fallen out of favor, like scrapping. Scrapping was really, really popular 5-6 years ago. I mean, they had shows 6 to 10 years ago. Scrapping was really popular. They actually had TV shows with people that were scrapping. And it kind of fell out of favor because a lot of scrapyards got tired of them. They didn't want to do it. And prices just weren't there as much. But you're going to start seeing that a lot with prices of food and everything else going up, and copper and silver and gold all going up. You're going to start seeing a lot more of that, a lot more dumpster diving, things like that. I said it the other day, you're going to start seeing a lot more people at garage sales. And the thing that sucks is now that garage sales will start getting hounded by, hunters a lot more, the prices will go up. You'll start going and seeing, like, oh, you want $50 for these old pair of sweatpants with a hole in the back. Like, yeah, I don't know who. How many months does it take to receive the gold dime for a Patreon member? Have you not gotten one yet, Tomcat? Send me a message on Patreon. I'll send you one. It should take you a week. So it should take you a week, but there's no guarantee. I don't send them out, in a shipping envelope or anything like that. They just get thrown in an envelope. So I'm sure I'm 100% that my mail company steals some of the mail every once in a while because they know it's from me. They could tell there's coins in them and stuff. So, but yeah, just here, send me a message on Patreon in case I forget to look at my notes, and I will send you one out tomorrow. But yeah, it only takes, I send it out the week you join. So and does anyone know? I think I don't even know if the wrenches thing is still going on. Nightbot, I forgot to even change all of Nightbot's sayings today. So, well. Oh. Oh, well. One of the things about having my new schedule is I've messed things up. So, about an 82 copper penny today. Yeah. Yeah, I need to get a whole bunch. I wanted to do a copper penny floor in my kitchen, but price of copper pennies is going up faster than I can save. So, but thank you again. I want to say I'm going to end the show in a minute. My voice is giving out. I want to thank everyone for being Patreon members. I really do appreciate y'all continued support with me and this channel, and really helping everyone in the community find good bags of Paydirt. It really does, do a lot. Every time you support me, it makes me put a video out, helps everyone in the community, because there's a bigger chance of somebody, finding my channel and then finding better bags of Paydirt, because that's what we all want. We want good bags of Paydirt where we're not getting ripped off and we're finding the most gold we possibly can for our money. So, again, I will have my new schedule. So Monday, and I will have my new video out, and then Tuesday we'll be panning out some new Paydirt. 15th. Just joined your Patreon today. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I have 3 or 4 of your dimes. Yeah. Do you have the new ones though? So, but yeah, I will get those out to you. And if anyone in the future, if you ever are missing something, let me know, and I'm not the best at sending tracking numbers and stuff like that, because I figure by the time I remember to send tracking numbers, it's already been delivered, because I usually forget about it. So if you drop a penny on the floor, you won't. That's just it. So that way later, if I rent my house out, when I come back, I'll find hundreds of dollars of pennies on the floor. Cockatoo, I appreciate that, Bill. So, but yeah, so Monday I will have a new video coming out where I'm hunting for the $1,000 worth of gold that Mike from Gold Nugget Sales dumped into 2 bags of Paydirt on his new 105% ROI, because I know Mike, I know his system. I see, this is one of the reasons why you have to keep track of when people put out videos. I know Mike's little secret for when he does giveaways. So I'm hoping, I bought some bags of Paydirt from him. I'm hoping to have a shot. I think I have a good shot of winning one of those $1,000 bags of Paydirt, and I did order them through Secret Shopper. So for the review. So Monday's review, I had a Secret Shopper pick up 2 bags of Paydirt from his 105%. I'm going to try my chance at winning one of those bags with the 10 grams of gold in them, and hopefully finding a lot of gold on a video. And then next Tuesday, we'll be panning out one more bag. This one right here. This is one of the 4 grammers that has a shot of being one of the bonus bags. So we're going to try that on a live show. So if I don't get it in the review, maybe we'll get it in that one. And then also, if you're a Patreon member, make sure you go and guess on the gold guessing contest. I want everyone to always guess. So make sure you go guess on that. But I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go finish my coffee, get some cough drops, have a good day. I do not have one of the new ones. They're all your old ones. Send me a message. Send me a message. You should have gotten one, Josh. You should have gotten one. I thought I sent one. Maybe it was just, I'll have to catch up. I did place a new order. I did order more dimes today because I needed more cards, because I've almost run out of them. I will say, once these are out, my supplier is from China. So these won't be around once I have, I think, 80 left. And once those 80 are gone, I don't know what I'm going to do, because the tariffs on these are crazy high. I can't afford them. So we'll have to think about it. But again, thank you everyone for being Patreon members. Thank you all for guessing and doing all that. And thank everyone for joining the live show, watching my videos and all that. But I'm going to get out of here. Again, I hope everyone has a great new year, and I hope everyone finds a lot of gold. As much gold as Pioneer Polly found all year, because he found a bundle of gold, because he finds a big nugget in every video. So good luck to everyone. Thank